Today I'm sharing a wide calf boot try on haul. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Tamela, and here on this channel we are all about style and confidence at any size. So if you like the video and you like what you see, then be sure to stick around and subscribe for more. We would love to have you guys join a part of our little family, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I upload any video. Like I said before, today I am going to be sharing a wide calf boot try on haul. So if y'all are interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. So before we go ahead and jump into it, I did want to say that all of these boots are from Quilted. It is no secret, Quilted is one of my favorite places to shop. They are inside of my Ultimate Plus Size Shopping Guide, which will be linked down below in the description box. It is a curated guide full of plus size retailers for you guys to shop. And the thing about Quilted is they have great wide calf shoes, wide calf boots, and extra wide calf style boots. So they have the regular wide calf and then an extra wide calf. And I will link all of the pieces that I showed down below in the description box. But for all of these, I got the regular wide calf, and I will put my calf size somewhere on the screen because I did not measure beforehand and I don't know it. But when you go look at their boots, you can look underneath, and for each size listing, there will be a calf circumference listing. So you can see kind of what that size matches up with the size shoe that you need. So it's really, really easy for shopping, which is what I like, is they're very descriptive. And I feel like I don't do a lot of returns when it comes to their shoes because they're very descriptive in that way, which I really, really like. But we're going to go ahead and jump into it with this first pair of boots, which are these black quilted knee-high boots, and they were $79.50. So this pair was my favorite, which is why they are featured at the front of this video, because it was my very favorite pair. But I will say, when I ordered these, I remember, and maybe I'm making this up, but I feel like I remember I ordered one pair and an extra wide width calf. But when I was looking at my order sheet, I could not distinctively tell which one that was. So I'm not 100% sure if it was this pair, but if I had to guess, I would think that it was, because as you can see in the video, there is a ton of room at the calf and towards the top of my leg. It had a ton of room, which I love, and I love the quilting in it because it's a very, basic, classic black boot, but with that little bit of quilting, it does add a little bit of texture to it, which I think just kind of draws the eye and just makes it look a little bit more elevated. It does feature a classic 1-inch heel, and I did not have trouble zipping this one up because there are some that I have a little bit more difficulty zipping all the way up. This one was not one of them, and I will say it was very comfortable in the foot, because I also find I have wide calves and wide feet, so it's we got a lot of issues, a lot of troubleshooting to do all the way around. And sometimes I find that even if it is a wide width wide calf boot, that the foot part will be a little bit narrow still, which is a little bit odd to me. But for this one, that wasn't the case. I had a ton of room in my foot, ton of room in the calf. It was a very, very comfy fit. And like I said before, it is $79.50, but the prices that I'm giving you are the full prices, and right now I know they are, I think they're 25% off. They are maybe 30. They're running some sort of a sale right now, so that, like I said, Quilted and all these items will be linked down below. Next, I have this two-tone knee-high boot to share with you guys, and it was $75.50, and I love a good two-tone boot. And let me tell you what I love. Well, I love it when it is the black on bottom and the brown on top, and I love that because typically when I'm wearing boots, I usually have leggings on. That's not always the case, but I would say a good 98% of the time I have leggings on, and they're like a basic black legging or the Spanx faux leather legging, whatever. And I love that kind of brown color to break it up, because otherwise I definitely do feel like you can look a little bit shorter when that's the case, because you kind of have one color running all the way through. But with that little bit of breakup, you can kind of tell the difference between like my shoe and my leg. And I do feel like that shows a little bit of a difference in the way that I look. So I do like a two-tone boot. Plus, it's really easy to match with other things because you do have the black or the brown or whatever colors your two tones are. You have a little bit more to work with, and I think you can kind of draw in and mix and match a little bit more. This is another one that I didn't have any issues with when it came to zipping up or the foot. It does feature a 1-inch heel, and this one, as you can, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there was about a 1-inch panel of stretch. Now, I do not remember if the last one even had stretch or not, because I was just so pleased with the way they looked. I did not even check if they had stretch because it just wasn't necessary for me. So I can attest to that. You might can see it in that video. But for this one, it did have about 1 inch of that kind of stretchy paneling going on. Next, I have this beige oil suede knee-high boot, so that 5 times fast. It was $79.50. And all these shoes, by the way, I forgot to say, I'm wearing them all in a 10 wide because that's the size shoe that I wear. And I have like a love-hate relationship with this one. I liked the fit. It fit really well at my calf, but I did not like the way that it fit in my foot. I felt like it was snug on my foot. And I also did not like the toe. It was a very round toe, which I just don't think is a classic look. Most, if not all, like majority of my shoes are not a round toe. They're either like some kind of an almond or a pointed toe. And I think it makes a difference in making you look a little bit more elongated. And I think it just makes it look a little bit more classic. When I see that round toe on a boot, it almost makes me think of more of a work boot. So I didn't love that, but that's just a personal preference. You may like that. It may not be a bother to you. for me, I didn't like that. But like I said, it was a little bit more snug in my foot, but it fit my calf really well. It did have about a few inches of paneling over on the side, so you have a little bit of room for stretch there. And this one also featured like a classic 1-inch heel, but the color was really good. I wouldn't even call it a beige. It was definitely more of like a taupey color, so great color for fall. Next, I have these black faux leather over the knee boots, and these were $84.90, and I love them for so many reasons. My like all-time favorite pair of over the knee boots are from Fashion to Figure, and I will link those down below if they have them again this year, but I've had them for years and I love them. But these had a ton of stretch in them. The whole back of it, if you can see it in the video, the entire, like everything you could not see from the front, all of that was stretchy paneling, which is super great because A, it's going to help it stay up. Now we'll talk about that in a second, but it does help it stay up a little bit more having that stretch, but it also is going to help it fit you a little bit better. So I did find that it was a little bit slouchy after walking, but that's not an uncommon thing. I don't think it's specifically this boot. Most over the knee boots I feel like have that issue. So there are a couple of things you can do to combat. You can try the boot socks, which I don't really love because I already have things snug to my leg because I do have like bigger legs and bigger calves, but you can use fashion tape. I find fashion tape helps. If you put a little piece, I will link some down below. You can get it from Amazon, super cheap. It's double-sided, and I just put a little piece on the inside. It doesn't leave anything sticky or anything like residue in your boot or anything. I feel like I've said or anything 7 times, but I just put a little bit in there and then kind of stick it to my leggings or whatever pants that I'm wearing, and I find that that helps it to stay up a little bit. They do have a 1-inch heel, which I like because you guys know 3 inches is like max. We're pushing it, and I find that most of the over the knee boots, you usually find the heels and they're very like a statement sort of a boot, which, you know, there's a time and a place for, but I do like to be able to find a pair that is flat, and I do not have a pair of over the knee boots that is just a regular flat, like a 1-inch sort of a heel, so I'm excited about that. And I do love the patent leather look. It's sort of classic. It helps to break up things with like texture, and I'm just really surprised by these because I didn't know that I was gonna love them because, like I said, I have not found a pair of over the knee boots that I loved that was not the Fashion to Figure one, so very impressed by these. Next, I have this brown faux leather knee-high boot to share with you guys, and this one was $75.50, and I had it written in my notes as the Goldilocks boot. I felt like it fit perfectly. I love the color. It's such like a pretty deep brown tone for fall. I think it's gonna look really nice. It does feature that classic 1-inch heel, and this one is another one that has a ton of stretch, so if that's something that you feel like you need a little extra give there, this is another one that had kind of like the whole back part of it was that really stretchy paneling, which is super helpful. And I love kind of like the crossband detail in the front. It was just perfect. I love the faux leather look. I love the color. I loved everything. Hence why it was the Goldilocks boot. I would like to think pretty picky about my boots because A, boots are kind of expensive and I don't want to just be settling for boots out here. And B, I just, like I said, I have a wide calf and a wide foot. So it can be hard to find things that just fit correctly on it. And this one zipped up with ease. It wasn't an issue because, like I said, there were a few that kind of were a little bit like kind of snug, kind of hard to get zipped quite the way that I wanted to. But this one, like the Goldilocks boot, it fit really well, and I love the color for fall. Next, I am sharing this black faux suede knee-high boot that was $79.50, and this is a love-hate one. I love the look of it. It was super classic. In theory, a great boot. It does have the square toe, which is really not my thing. As I put in my notes, it's a look, not my look. And I mean, that's how I feel about it. Some people love it, and if that's you, you would love these boots. And if not, you're like me, these just kind of aren't the boots for me. But I did not feel like these were as stretchy as some of the other pairs were. They were not nearly as forgiving, and these were a lot harder to get zipped all the way up. And I did find they were more snug kind of towards the top of my leg. These had about that same 1-inch paneling of stretch, but I just, like I said, I didn't feel like they were very stretchy. I didn't feel like they were very comfy on me, like in my foot or in my leg. And it was kind of a pain to zip up, and I do not want to have boots that are like literally a triathlon to get up my leg. That is not what we're about. But these do have a 3-inch heel on it, so this is the only, I think this is the only boot that I shared in this video that has a heel on it. So if you do like some of those factors, this may be for you, or you can also order it in the extra wide calf. Totally keep that in mind that all of these boots that I purchased were in the regular wide calf option and not extra wide calf, because I'm kind of on the cusp where I feel like the wide calf sometimes can be a little too small, but I think the extra wide calf is too big on me. So take that as you will. Definitely measure your calf and look on the website and see what those kind of shake out for you. But in theory, I do love the look. I think it's a very classic and sleek boot. but you may want to size up to the extra wide calf or give that a thought because it is snugger than the rest. And then last but not least, I have this Cognac faux leather boot, and it was $75.50. And all the names of these are the names I'm pulling off the website. I would not call this color Cognac, and I would also not say it's faux leather. I mean, it might be faux leather, but it looks more of like a brushed suede sort of a look to me. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed the look of it and the color tones. I think it looks almost like a light neutral brown sort of colorway to me. It's not like that deep, really pretty like Cognac, like I was saying. So I would not really call that Cognac, but I mean, maybe that's just me. Everybody, it's all perception. But I love the tones in it. Whatever you want to call it, whatever color you think that is, I think the tones in it are absolutely beautiful. It does feature the classic 1-inch heel, and I did find this one very comfy in the foot, but not as comfy in my calf. I did find that the higher I went up, it was a little bit tighter in the calf, and it did have that same kind of 1 inch of paneling. Overall, I was definitely more obsessed with the color and the style of the boot more than I was the fit, and I think I am going to go ahead and try to get the extra wide calf in that and see if I like that a little bit better. But that is it for my wide calf boot try on haul, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know which pair was your favorite, but also let me know if you shop somewhere for wide calf, somewhere for different for wide calf boots. If you shop somewhere different for wide calf boots, then definitely let me know because I would love to give them a try. And I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Like I'm better off.